battlegrounds for this evening, and Harry Russell alongside me.
Yes, you gave me my full title, Hugo. That's good. You've learned well.
It's Russell with 2 L's.
Russell with the double L at the end, and look at this. A little boost for Cadian early to try and repel this fast A pistol round. Ooh, no! That's so awkward. Shox turns on a dime and Cadian's out of the round already. Vitality with 2 openers going their way, and considering Heroic had so many players stacked towards this side of the map, this is not how they wanted it to go early. Down and refresh. They're here with responses. Oh, and they continue to put up the goods on the side of Heroic. It's Apex all alone in this 1v2. He's got time on his side, but that is the only thing leaning in favor of Vitality here. 1:05 left roundabout now. He's trying to dodge them. He faked the ramp run back and has now rooted himself up through short. He's going to get sandwiched between the sandbags and elevator, and unfortunately he catches a whiff or refreshes position at the exact moment that Shush is swinging out of elevator. So Heroic, good recovery. Considering they lose so many players early on, you have that man advantage for Vitality. It looked like they were just about to, you know, explode onto the site to run amok. That's where we get a big round out of Shush. Already.
What? Yes?
You know,
beating the first 17 rounds of yesterday. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Low-hanging fruit,
yeah,
man.
Exactly. Too easy, I think. Too easy. And hell, it didn't matter. It's not like, you know, you're 0-9 and losing. You're 0-9, you're 12-5 up. Those are not complaints.
And they're joint top of the group, right?
Cadian, what on earth are you doing? You absolute animal. And no one's watching anything. Oh my goodness, 1, 2, and maybe everyone. Cadian finally does fall, but that's a great job. He found the bomb. He knows Vitality with defaulting leaning A, and there's still players to be spotted. Now with rifles and the SMG out of the round, Heroic have deep angles down towards the A ramp. Tess says Resmoke comes in, and so he has bought even more time here up on A. Might make Vitality re-aggress. They know in the midst of all this madness, space could have been taken by Heroic. And look at the gamble, look at the read. Heroic, big brain right now, 3 towards B. With all this ramp control, there's no reason to look anywhere else. They even presume mid is empty, and they presume correctly it's going to go very badly for Vitality. Oh, okay, that's one way to do it.
Double up through the plywood. All right, fair enough.
Good stuff.
Yeah, nice little clean anti-force there out of Heroic, right? That was a good chunk of investment for Vitality. So now they've just got to take the fully eco here. You can see a bit of extra cash being saved, so they can maybe look to bring that AWP out right away on ZywOo.
You know, Harry, I feel like we've had a lot of 2-0s already. Only a couple of days played, but a lot of 2-0s just in almost every single series. And so I felt like maybe now, finally, we could get the full.
You're hoping for a 3-map.
I'm hoping for a 3-map, especially with Bono to follow.
Oh, Cadian!
Oh, the flick back. That's a whiff for Apex. He's not going to be happy with that one. But again, it's only an eco. It shouldn't be setting Vitality up for a round anyway. It's down, off angle, and they double peek him. Good trade off of Masuta's Deeg, but his teammates are falling in the meantime. They back at him mid with the bomb, keeping that at least. Reboost, just doing whatever they can to look for these kills. Oh, that's awkward. And that's definitely been heard by Cadian. He's going to tell his team not to peek over the connector, the construction. And so they just wait for Vitality to commit. Oh, Tessas.
Nah, dude, not even a guy like Tessas is wild enough to want to do this. He's definitely the most wild guy on this team. I think that goes without saying.
Sure.
But here we go. Cadian over here in middle. Locks it all in. But Masuta, not really much left to do, is there? He's just going to get churned up by the MP9. But now this is what we've been waiting for, Hugo. This is where we've got the rifle round coming on in. There's a bit of extra money saved, as mentioned, so an AWP could have been dropped over, but they're going to decide against it and just get all rifles here. Plenty of utility to go alongside that. And, you know, I think that's fair enough. It would have come with some limitations bringing the AWP out now. I think it was Masuta who could have got, like, body armor and dropped an AWP into play, but that's always risky. You know there's a bonus round being run here as well from the Heroic squad, so...
Ooh.
Here they are, just with 5 AKs, mid-aggression. I like this, right? They're on a bonus round for Heroic, so they take a bit of a gamble. They go, look, right, we're just going to beat them on a numbers game over in middle. Vitality's response is good, though. They're going to start to try and trade places. All right, you boys want to push mid, that's fine. We know that means you're going to be a bit weaker elsewhere, and so they take the A-bomb site while this is going on.
They're so aware of Tessus as well. They've got him fully trapped in. Tessus is going to have to fight for his life in this round. All this in the meantime. Shox is lurking up mid. He's found down, swinging out of A. B is empty, and Vitality seem to be aware. Moving a man over with the bomb. Shox resets out of middle. He's not going to go back. He's going to wait here to activate in the late round, hopefully after they plant. Now, Vitality have taken a good bit of time here, and that's like, again, Heroic make a really nice read in this round. Set up with 2 towards B of their remaining 3. So we've got to watch out for that headshot angle, even with the scope. Doesn't look like ZywOo wants to commit. Back he goes to A. And Heroic, well, even though they made the read early, they might just stick with their guns. You don't want to be shuffling at this point of the round with 35 seconds left. Full faith in the setup. And hell, it could still be good for them. I'm just presuming this ends A alone off of Apex's lurk down bottom A ramp. They have one smoke to try and cut off these choke points. Unless they just walk over connector into Cadian's crosshair, that does not seem to be the case. It's a perfect round out of Vitality. The only danger, Harry, is the time.
Yeah, 10 seconds, but with Tessa's melted right away, you know, they're going to get that bomb down. It's all good. Half a second left for ZywOo as he plugs in the numbers. Not even breaking a sweat. That's pretty, you know, confident stuff out of Vitality. Like, there was no margin for error there. They just had full faith that they were going to win that engagement in the 4-on-3. You know, at most, I think you were worried, like, yeah, maybe there's one guy here, but we knew about some of those B rotations. And so Vitality, you know, the rifles come out, they hit the ground running, they get their first right away.
Yeah. And, you know, that was scary, Harry. They almost walked back into that B stack. It's exactly what they did the round prior, right? A couple of rounds ago where Heroic, you know, they just make a read. Not, you know, in that round at least they had like full A ramp from, I think it was Shush peeking down, and that allowed a 4-man stack or 3-man stack on B. This time they just gambled. They didn't have the info. They had to make a move. They had to make a read, and it almost worked out. Vitality won't commit into B, and they pick up their first gun round. Cadian's Orb already making a show. Let's see where he goes with it. Second spawn towards A. Still might be tempting enough to peek.
Yeah.
And you can always bail last second if you hear footsteps up close.
Yeah, he's planning on peeking this. Down, let him run ahead. Vitality, they're respecting the smokes. They're pretty measured here. Oh my word, Masuuta's gonna spam Tessez out through the short smoke. Bit of a grisly way to lose this opening fight. You weren't even really looking to take this engagement. Now Cadian has wrapped back around. Now playing on top of the body of his fallen comrade, and ZywOo is going to remove that AWP from play. But for how long, right? When an AWP's dropped and ZywOo's low, I'm imagining he's wanting to pick that up all damn day, and he will. Now with the AWP in hand, Masuuta is naded out at ramp. So this round isn't over and done with just yet. Down over here on short. They don't know about him, and he's picked up a double. Suddenly, ZywOo with 12 points of health, and this retrieved AWP has got to do it all for Vitality.
If there were any man for the job, but can he grab the quick 1v1 before the single bullet comes in? The molly as well causes problems. ZywOo sits in it. There was nowhere to go. He stepped back into the wall. Lovely Molotov out of down. Big round as well. The re-aggro back to get a short control. And Vitality never even considered it. They have more than enough kills on A to convince them otherwise. I've got to say as well, Harry, this is a map that Heroic have not really tended into in the past, especially not as of late. And, you know, we've seen, that's the coolest thing about the player break, coming right in onto a tournament after the player break. We've seen a lot of teams on maps that they don't play and looking really, really good. And I think that's obviously coming off the back of just putting in the hours, putting in the prac. And, you know, not only that, but Ancient as well seems to be getting more perfected, especially for teams like ENT, and even Astralis looked good until they faced them on it. And so, I gotta say, if Heroic win this map, like, they're more than set up for a 2-0. Nuke is so good for them. I know they were only tested against Bad News Bears. It wasn't much of a test, but they just destroyed them there. And we know what Danes are like on that map, in their blood. So I gotta just preface this with a warning. Vitality need to show up strong right at the very beginning. They need to win, Harry.
Wow, dude, yeah, that was almost so good.
It's a first cast of the day, Harry. It's a first round.
First and only, right? So...
We'll get there.
Dude, that was almost, I was feeling moved.
So good.
I was feeling like moved by this impassioned speech you were giving.
Okay, Vitality, go win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Don't lose. As I think Tristan Saranthus once said.
Don't lose.
Vitality,
Good
don't
advice.
lose. Here we go. Cadian scoped up towards ramp, and he's got a lot of boys in this A-bomb site with him. Oh, Stown. It's a lot of damage, but only one kill. Regardless, Vitality, there's a lot more that you've got to break your way past to get into this A-bomb site. Now they learn about Tesses, who's fighting inside a default. He's getting wrapped from behind, and Apex is clean with the entries. Shox has seen this wrapping player, but with only 15 seconds, Apex time is his enemy right now. Bomb plant coming in. I tell you what, if one guy has been able to stand the test of time, I was going to say, it's been a guy like Apex, but just too fast, right? They know he has to plant. There's really not much of like a mind game going into that retake, right? You know where he's going to be. You know what he's going to be doing. You've got all the info you needed, so that was nice and easy for Refresh to get that one over the line. Yeah,
I've loved almost, pretty much every formation of roster that Heroic have had over these past few years, but this one really takes the cake, Harry. This one really is exciting, and Refresh is coming into his own every single game. Great call there, gets the kill, and then he backs up, knowing the time is in his favor. Apex has to come back for the bomb, and it just stalls out even more seconds, forcing a stick for Apex. There's no way he can fake in a 1-on-2. He'll never be given the round, even if Heroic offer up one kill there. And yeah, Refresh had a monster game yesterday. As far as one-sided games go, sure, they wrecked Spirit, but if I would tell you to go back and watch any VOD of any game that's already happened, it would have to be that one, because it was incredible. And Refresh really was lights out in that series, as well as closing Inferno with that massive mid-push 4K. Yeah, he's just looking sick right now. This Heroic team is terrifying. And I said it yesterday. I don't want to call them to win the Pro League in... Actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, they're going to win the Pro League.
No, it's more impressive if you do it now, Hugo.
Day 3.
Day 3,
there's still Gambit, there's still Na'Vi.
Heroic win Pro League.
There's still a lot of competition that we don't know what they're like. And, especially for a team like Gambit, who are in Group D, they play last, Harry. Not only do they have a player break, but then they have almost 3 weeks of, watching the other teams, watching the other groups, and preparing for that final group. So it's not going to be easy for Heroic right now going breezy.
Yes, indeed. Bit of a stalemate over here towards ramp, though, Hugo. Right, the smokes have gone down. Vitality, they've often been reasonably respectful of these, we'll say. Something interesting here, though, is this time we got Refresh trying to be like the guy to make a big hero play. He's tucked in at sandbags. Now, there is a Molotov on the Suitor, so that's going to go in to clear him out. I like the reaction out of Tesses, swinging immediately, actually draws the attention away from sandbags and lets the player that was there in Refresh get out of danger.
Oh, little pop flash for Cadian. Jump throw, they're going back. Oh, it's lovely, but Zywoo full blind hits the shot.
That's cracked as hell.
Yeah, they weren't ready for another man, though. Refresh coming off of sandbags, like you say, rerouting round short, and there's still 2 players here. Every time you feel like you cleared it out, I'll just kill this rifle on short. Oh, it's an AWP? Okay. Vitality, they're not going to know until it's already too late. Can Kyojin kill Cadian? The suit is taken all the way up the ramp. And if he kills Refresh, that just sells this further. They'll never be ready for Cadian. If anything, you might want Refresh to die in this position. Stown, almost a lineup. One's good. Refresh, can he activate before Cadian gets found? No, Cadian's dead. They know there's another man. Orb taken, and the shot hit for Refresh leaves Kyojin in the clutch, and no time to do it.
Yeah, he's got 10 seconds. Come on, man. This one's for the frag movie. Kyojin put one in the tank. Bomb going down, and Refresh is going to wrap him. 1 HP, and this guy still offers up 2 kills to close it for Heroic.
And that didn't even go to plan. Again, Vitality was so aware. There was never a moment that they didn't know, what was going on in that gap position up on short. It didn't stop Refresh from just laying down the law. 3 kills in the round, 1 health, the orb shot to close it.
Something that I'm a little bit scared of right now, there's still time for Vitality to correct this, right? I think they need to show a willingness to go elsewhere on this map. A lot of these rounds, since the rifles have come out, have just been these A plays. And, you know, it's not uncommon to see a lot of A plays on Vertigo. It's just right now, the moment Heroic are getting this contact, they're going, right, let's bring 4 over to A.
Yeah.
We can kind of go lax on the mid control, right?
Oh, give them a break. Oh my God.
This is crazy, Dominant. This is unreal. And this is Vitality's map pick as well.
And Vitality, it's not like, you know, Vitality coming in cold. Like, they've looked excellent in their opening games. You know, they had a close win versus ENGE in one of those maps. But as we've seen ENGE in this tournament, like, that gives even more credit to Vitality, I'd say. ENGE have managed to, you know, dispatch their opponents quickly and even take down Astralis. So, yeah, this is no sleepy Vitality. This is no cold Vitality. This is just a lights-out Heroic. Can they keep it up? That's the key, right? You don't want to let Vitality back into this half, not at this scoreline. Even more aggression. Things that Vitality aren't ready for yet or have yet to see in these rounds. Pushed all the way down ramp. Don't tell me he's going to go.
That nade, oh my gosh, that was a double nade into the back of ramp, bringing 3 players
to 30.
Down dead, down 70 each.
210 damage-ish.
Oh, it's Stown's up. Oh, over in middle. Get out of here, Vitality. This is not your map pick anymore. Heroic, they're looking to plant the Danish flag at the top of Vertigo, and Vitality are offering up no resistance.
Yeah, we need to start seeing a little bit more of a move away from A, as you say, Harry. Maybe even just going back to ramp and just having more pressure in the lurk as well. Having someone selling something towards B or walking out mid. In that round, it was a dry mid take, and they've never even seen the second orb. That was the first round it came through. So, you know, Stown on the AWP in mid. Now they know what they're up against, but. You know, to get that information, it costs you a round. And at this point, you don't have rounds to play with. Vitality, if they buy here, it'll be pretty whack too. ZywOo won't be able to afford much, and even his team will be lackluster in terms of utility. And on a map like Vertigo, you want those nades. You want to be able to run executes on A. You want mollies to clear out the gap that Heroic have frequented.
Also, you know, it feels like the level of space you've been getting over towards A is actually regressing. It feels like it's getting worse and worse as the game's gone on, right? Like, we need to just see them kind of default in here. We need to see them defaulting in this game just a little bit more, right? Just to give this illusion that, like, yeah, you know, maybe we'll hit you with a mid play. Maybe we'll hit you with a B execute. Because there's just so many players fighting you over towards ramp every time you've tried to take it. And so I like that this round, there is a bit of a change.
Yeah.
Shox is holding on to B. He's watching for any aggression here. His presence alone is enough to make you worried about a B play. Well,
the flash didn't even
by
work.
Shush, and yeah, the flash didn't even blind him. The other guy, though, that's doing a bit of default in here is Kyojin, out in middle, right? He's on a little journey trying to disrupt some of these rotations, and while this is going on, the ramp fights are coming in. They've turned their attention away from middle. They have not been used to seeing Vitality use this area. So Kyojin, he could do a lot, or he could do nothing, and it's going to be the latter. Just checks for him, and it's just Apex left in the blink of an eye. Stown's second AWP as well is looking disgusting. Yeah. It feels like he's purposefully making them harder than they have to be. Like he's
him and KD are just standing side by side, and both like, yeah, I'll take one, you take the other, and there's a round. I'll drop you next.
Dude, Stown and KD are so sweet together.
What a duo,
bro! Like,
this was a cool flash as well, but Shox was like tucked behind the box, so just like it was on the kill feed, but really we saw it really didn't do that much. And despite that, Shush still gets the kill, just jumping up on the wood. Heroic, they've got tricks for every single position, for every single play that Vitality want to make. And even with finally Refresh dying early on A, it didn't hold them back. AWP at Sandbag, Stown, quick shot, and he's got more in him, I'm sure.
Come on, Stown. Refresh, he burns out too. He's cooked Masuta and Kyojin, burn him to a crisp. Stown is still holding the sandbags. There's no getting through this A ramp hold. Shoxy all alone. Deagle out, and there he is, cut down to close it. This is a brutalizing of Vitality.
Yeah, and no one's even here to step up. It's not like you have one guy who's consistently providing these entry kills, you're getting heroic out. I can't blame Vitality for not having that man right now. Like, how are you supposed to get through these assaults of utility on A? Vitality need to get some util out of Heroic before they start committing, because even when, in that round, Heroic, again, concede ramp, they let them run all the way up to the top, and that's when the double molly comes in, Refresh gets a burn, we see these flash peaks. Whew. It's getting a little hot and hairy here for Vitality.
You prefixed this game saying, we've only had 2 O's, but, you know, this should be the one that goes 3, right?
Not what I expected.
No, not at all. Flash doesn't blind Cadian. He knows about the second man, but he has lost Refresh here. Can Cadian hold on? No, Apex with the opener.
I like it.
That is the Apex we need to see. There's a third man, though. There's another orb. Stown, so often, when you've killed Cadian, Stown is also there, trying to trade this, and he will trade it out. Stown, looking lights out with this AWP, has removed the mid lurk, removed that pressure.
And again, the read. Every time Vitality have grouped in a 3-on-3 to hit B, Heroic are all there. There's 2 guys. They're going to do the flash play again. Will Shox get blind this time around? Probably. It's a good flash, and it's a great kill. Shox still stands, but he gets tagged down. Shush gets out, and now it's up to Stown with a shot onto Zywoo. Goodbye, Vitality. Thanks for showing up at least. Nice tap out of Shox, but it's not going to mean anything in the long run. Another round for Heroic, add it to the logbook.
Stown is cracked. What's happening with this guy?
Nothing new.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, dude, there's just something about the way it's looking. It's so fast, and it feels like I say, he's maybe making them flashier than they even need to be.
Yeah.
Oh.
He shows up for the crowd, man.
He does. Content machine of Heroic.
Content masseuse. He's got it all. Fast fingers and even firmer hands.
Hey, this is looking like a very happy ending for Heroic here. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Fantastic. All the boost up, and he reads it!
God.
He reads it!
This is just brutal. I don't even know if we should be getting excited anymore.
It's not fair.
It is a massacre of Vitality. They can't even get out of ramp room. They're getting assaulted by nades. The AK got blown away as well. I don't even know where that's gone.
Zywoo got it.
Oh, okay. He did manage to grab it. Sweet. I thought the nade had locked it out for a moment.
Oh, they're up past Stown. He's not realizing, but he's going to get out in time. Oh, the escape. And his teammates still here as well. They heard him run back. Are they ready for a close crane player? Double AWP, Stown and Cadian side by side might not be needed, because Tessez is answering the call with a flashback in. He finds a third. It's 4 in the round. Looking for the ace. Shox not far away. Tessez, hunt it, baby. Take them all down.
Go on, Tessez. Get the ace. You know you deserve it. And Shox is so scared. He's
Move out
shooting
the way,
at
Cadian.
ghosts.
Move out the way, Cadian.
Cadian wants to steal it. Cadian's saying, look, mate, remember, there's a chain of command in this team, and there he is. No ace for you, Tess says, but Heroic are up on a 12.
Yeah, I don't think he's complaining. He let Cadian go. He could have barged out in front of him.
I would have TK Cadian, just saying. I would have just, yeah, mate, no, you ain't stealing it. Just back of the head. You know, take him the way of Lenny from
the rabbits.
Stare into the alfalfa, Cadian.
And look how it started as well.
Unreal.
So many teams get caught with that boost. He didn't even see it. Like, someone fired back through, but it's not like Tessez had more than a moment to react there, and he just sprays it through the smoke. Even when Vitality pull out the boost for the first time, he still gets denied. And the mid-rush as well, with a Molotov down, they slow. Now they're going to move in. AWP tucked close. That's a bit bonkers for me.
Oh, the run boost. All right, Shoxy off the top of the boost.
Oh my goodness. The dink.
3 dinks in middle, only 2 kills, and now these players on A are spotted. Kyojin, a 1v2.
Sounds alive, we're fine.
A chance at something, right? He's given a bomb plant at least. Stown is on a big wrap as well, and Shush was dinked by Shox from that run boost. He was the 3rd player brought down low. Kyojin. Feeling the pressure right now. You can only imagine how rough this feels, but this is a chance. This is one of the best chances you've had at a round in the last 12. And Stown spotted, now brought down low as well. Missed shot to Kyojin. With both these players so damn low, the molly. Oh yeah, Kyojin. There it is, 2nd round on the board. It's on the back of Kyojin's Mac 10. But is that really gonna be enough?
I don't know, even with a 3rd, Harry. It's not like a 3rd is gifted by any means. Heroic and not in a giving mood. And they've got the money to fall by again. Double AWP, why wouldn't they? I like the run boost. Shox, double dink, 2 kills, grabs a 3rd bit of damage, and it makes all the difference here. Look at these shots out of Shox. Because, you know, Kyojin finishes off Shush here on the left side, who's also very low, and Stan as well tagged up in the process of that 2-on-1. Now we go back into another important round, and ZywOo, wow, not said his name a lot, has found an opening kill. 4 and 13. It's a quiet one for ZywOo. Good trade for Kyojin, coming in over the top of balcony, back into B. Finally Heroic in hot water. First time we've seen it all half, it feels like.
Yeah, the bomb is...
It's fine. It's not fine.
ZywOo, okay, he does get one. Cadian dies trying to go through the smoke, but Tesses is still here. And while this is happening, Refresh is also over in middle, killing Kyojin. The alarm bells have already started ringing. Now Apex has got this kill locked in at least. Tess says in the 1v2, and it's ZywOo and Apex left to beat. He's given up the bomb. He's no longer playing around it.
This is smart.
This isn't information Vitality have, and it's not what you would expect here. Apex seemingly does. He's like, look, I've been in these kind of situations so many times. And they don't buy the idea that he's playing the bomb. Apex might have the round. No.
And he hears it.
Oh, that's massive. Apex has held this all damn round. And now they're at the point where they're going, yeah, he must be playing the bomb. He must be playing around it. I just held mid for a whole damn minute and he wasn't there. They're looking to retrieve it with 25 seconds left. They've got to go B. They've got to go into Tesses, and he has laid this trap perfectly. This whole round has been designed by the architect in Tesses, and a banger of a game.
Yeah.
And at a 13-2 half, what can Vitality even do to hope to pull this one back?
Almost nothing, right? Heroic wagging their fingers in the face of adversity, in the face of the Frenchman. And now it all goes quiet. Some explosive rounds in that first half up on the ace site. This one looks to be the same. Heroic, a measured approach, moving up slow and steady. Shox re-aggressing to spot, wants to play up in their face, but the blocks are good up close, and Shox needs to hit instant headshots. He can't stand with a kill, and they overwhelm Misutra as well. 2 frags for free, make that 3. Refresh joins the party, and it's a 5-on-2. It's a done deal, surely.
It feels like it, right? The dominance set to continue. Can ZywOo do anything? He's getting wrapped in middle as well to make matters worse. Oof. Out of ammo. Kyojin in a similar spot. Heroic are just facing. They're trying to kill you. They want to get in your face. They want to really send this one home.
Get it over with, boys. It's done.
There is no feeling, right, like being beat on so hard that you're just being given no respect in any fight. Like every single engagement, Heroic are going, I'm just going to push. It's like, yeah, you know, I mean, we're what, 14-2 now? Yeah, I think I'll just push them. I think I'll just wreck them.
They have the room to make the most audacious plays, because even if they don't go well, oh well, we'll get them next time.
Yeah.
And they will, I'm sure of it. 14-2, a forced buy that Vitality had to call. No question about it. You're not ecoing for overtime at this point. You're just trying to save face, and can they? Probably not. Cadian looking to take down the ramp players. ZywOo's D does activate, and Apex has also grabbed a kill elsewhere. Or not elsewhere, up on ramp, traded quickly. With all that being said, Heroic, they don't want A. They push Vitality off of the ramp aggression, and now Vitality with no actual info on the A site, they might have to re-aggro short to get it. 2 players here to do so, but in all this time it's taking, it's only left 1 man at B. Finally the penny drops, and finally the rotate needs to be called. We're already seeing Shox run back. Kyojin's scared of middle. He doesn't need to be, not yet at least. The first port of call is the stairs take. Heroic moving 2 up. Stan with a backstab eventually.
Yeah, now we need to see, you know, Vitality, more specifically here, Kyojin, can he go full Chumbawamba, right? He's been knocked down, but can he get back up again? ZywOo wrapping these players at ramp as well. And they might just die boosting, if I'm being honest. ZywOo is right here. Yeah, that's not gone well for him. This little force spike gonna come through for Vitality. But as we've mentioned, right, one of the big problems here, you've just got way too much room to play with if you're Heroic. You could keep force spying till the loss bonus starts to max out, and you're still not even that worried, right? So, you know, I don't want to try and sell this comeback short, right? Vitality are an incredible team, but man, like, it really shouldn't happen ever.
Yeah. If you look at the 2 numbers at the top of the screen.
Yeah, you'll see that like one of them is like a whole, there's just more numbers even in it. There's like 2 on the left side.
It's crazy.
The orange ones have 2 whole numbers.
That doesn't even compare, Harry.
No.
It's not even fair. And yeah, okay, they had to force buy here. We're expecting, to be honest, Heroic to lose this round. They only had 1,400 to buy here and now, so it's a likely lost force, then a Nico, then they'll buy up. That gives Vitality a bit of room to move, presuming they can make this happen. And if they can't, I'll be a little worried. There's almost nothing to play with. One smoke and a bunch of ticky-tackies. Vitality re-aggroing, but if they do, that's exactly what Heroic want. They're waiting with a trap laid in the yellow. Apex might find Shush here, and he does. Now the short push comes in, 3Ts, and they're already waiting for it, and they will get delivered to death. Vitality, it's costly, but not enough to be a problem. And that's a clean round from them. 3 alive, all the guns kept forward. They had to win that one. And now it should be an even easier round for them as well. Likely just Glocks.
Yeah, but Hugo, man,
Yeah?
this is like, okay, there's a big hole in your, like, cruise ship.
Okay.
And you're trying to bail it out with water. And all you're really doing is putting more ocean from inside the boat back into the ocean.
Then it just all goes back in,
exactly,
right?
it's all just fun. Yeah, yeah.
It's just slowing down.
You're slowing the inevitable, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Hugo. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
All right, you understood that one right away.
I've sunk a few cruise liners in my time, Harry.
Yeah. E14, they've sunk your battleship. Here we go.
Dear, oh dear. Yeah, Heroic. Now, I got a lot of respect for this team, but I've got no respect for anyone who drags out a Glock round. So come on, boys. Let's get it over with. Move back up the ramp. I mean, they might be discussing the next buy round as well, which is, at that point, that's acceptable. That's fine. We're seeing some chatting coming out. That was Zywoo, but seeing some chatting coming out of the boys right now. And so no hurry, no rush. Take a deep breather. Let Vitality sweat. Moving into middle with 4. And Shox is here, looking to pad his stats. Boost up over the top. 2 men going over it. Zywoo and Masuta are there to deal with it. Shox, it's a bit of a messy spray. Double Glock kill. If you lose this round, I'm going to cry.
No, this should not happen. This should not happen. And it's all getting returned to normality. But maybe not, right? He gets the reload off, and there it is. Kyoja's going to lock it in. 5 of Vitality. They're starting to build back up.
$14-5. We do have the AWP out for Shox. That's something. Over Zywoo, sticking with the AK. For the meantime, Heroic don't have that money yet. They're on rifles themselves, but it's not going to be a problem. Shox solo B with his AWP. Would love it on the ramp right now. Heroic have 3 players working this A site. Lots of utility on either side going in. And ultimately, Heroic is still respecting the smoke, so they won't be in room to move. Leauge locking down middle, traded out by Cadian. That's big for Cadian. He can just reset here, taking a 4-on-4. Vitality's eyes now pried away from the bomb sites, meaning Heroic can just pick one and group up and take it. They might come to them, though. Tessa's got to be careful. Quick kill onto gnarly. Apex, and now it's up to Zywoo. Yeah.
Also over on this short angle, is he going to feed the beast of Tesses? Or will he be able to get this trade? Masuta is even looking like he wants to try and peek down ramp. This late peek, he's been spotted by Tesses, who's trapped in the Molotov, and he might get caught out here throwing nades down ramp. Masuta very, very far forward. There was no one there to help him or trade him or really offer any assistance. He's so tunnel visioned on trying to get that trade onto Tesses while he's got him trapped. Doesn't even consider that there could have been more players waiting here at ramp. It's Zywoo and Shox left in a 2-on-4. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd be telling you, like, you've got 2 of the best damn clutches in this game left alive, so maybe there's still a chance for you here. But with the game we've had out of Heroic, I don't know. It's going to take something remarkable out of Zywoo and Shox.
Yeah, this backstabbing bit is ready as well. Zywoo, 2 kills, bomb dropped, and the time is ticking. Cadian gets the trade, but they need to prioritize the plant. Shox is coming in with an AWP. Smoke is good, gives a bit more room for Heroic to plant wherever they want, and it's 4 CT. Not knowing exactly where Shox is coming from. But there's only so many spots at this point. Bit of a gap, but not enough. Shox has got to go through. Cadian at this point is wrapping him, flanking through the hallway. Shox has swapped sides. Is he aware of the possibility? Smoke will give away his position. He turns back, but he's... Oh, quick shot from Shox. Can he get on the bomb? Maybe a stick is his best bet. He fakes it. He has time to do so. Shush is spamming the smoke, and he knows it's likely not a stick. Not yet. Shox trying to force the shot. Shush won't fall for it. Nade, and back on the defuse. It has to be a full stick. 5 seconds. Shush spams, and Shox has cover. He's going to get the round. Oh, just about. Shush could not stop him, and Shox takes the kill with him.
Okay, that's more like it. So as I was saying, yeah, you got two of the best clutches still alive, and there they are.
2 on 4.
They do deliver it, 2v4. And oh, there was that moment where Shox peeks through elevator, right? And he sees the bombs for CT, and you saw the realization of, wait, bomb CT? There's one behind me. And that's when he turns on a dime. Mate, that was poor. And the moment he learns about Tessa's on shot, I was instantly nervous because of where the bomb was planted for. That was all meant to fall to Cadian. But look at this, Vitality are keeping this aggression up.
Okay.
They're starting to feel a bit more comfortable here, Hugo.
Yeah, I mean...
Is it too little, too late?
Oh, cat's on the bag, Harry. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing to fear. This game is supposedly already over, so you may as well have fun with it. You may as well take liberties. ZywOo's doing exactly that. He's trapped in the corner between 2 Ts, and they will finally get their revenge. But we just saw a 2-on-4 out of Vitality. Can we see a 2-on-5 out of Heroic? Computer says no. Let's see what the Danish robots, the AI, self-learning can accomplish. Moving back in and taking down the low Masuta. He was tagged earlier in the middle, and that's a nice trade for Apex. That's how it could have gone out of hand if you were to fall there. Instead, Refresh, who ran back to check the flank, now has to do it all on his own.
He gave us an incredible first half, but, you know, 1v3 here versus a Vitality that are in a very different mental spot to where they were earlier, right? They're starting to believe now, only a little bit, right? But the confidence is starting to course back through their veins. They've been more than willing to take fights. They're not the scared team that you were up against earlier. Oh. Refresh, this is a rough spot to be in, and it's no secret. He's been spotted. Ooh, will win that first fight onto Kyojin, but he's brought down low in the process. There's a nade on Apex. It's a bit of a question mark to me why that nade didn't go in while the bomb's being planted. That could have been the round over and done with. Instead, now Refresh gets that 1v1. Shox also with a nade. If he nades the bomb site, Refresh is dead. And here it comes, Kobe. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, and it's Shox to close it. USP wins the fight. Holy, this is getting close.
What a roller coaster.
Still keeping those clutches coming in. He adds another one to the tally and another round on the board for Vitality.
Yeah, this is when the call comes in for Heroic. It's like, okay, guys, they're feeling it now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This one's not done just yet. You're not worried about the comeback at the moment, but you can see the Vitality, as you said, they're not in the same mental state. They're not where they were at, 13-2 or 12-3. It's a better position, but it's still one where the odds are against them.
You're right, by the way, 13-2.
13-2, yeah. Not giving them enough credit, clearly.
I love this from Vitality as well. It's like, look, we're kind of in their heads at this point. Like, we all know what these positions feel like, where you have a huge lead, and then you feel that game starting to slip away from you, and there's that big worry of, like, we can't be the team that threw a 13-2 lead, right? Like... It's a very destructive place to find yourself, and Vitality are just owning middle from the aggression. Finally, they're punished for it. Apex is going to trade out what he can, find an equalizer over here on A, and it has kind of meant Heroic have to taper off with this A aggression now. It is a full 4-man rotate towards this bomb site for Vitality. They will start to send Shox back towards B just to keep an eye on it. But being real, I think Refresh's deep position on the short side is going to entice Heroic to follow through on the A play, and they might come to regret that decision. It's still stacked to the 9s. ZywOo dead after 1, and Apex is going to get followed up onto. No! Shox is going to do it again. He needs another clutch. This time, he went from A all the way through B, all the way through B
he's not alone.
But they're trading places with one another right
No way
now.
he reads this.
Shox. He can hear him. He can hear him running. He can hear them running. Shoxy. This would be another clutch to keep the comeback dream alive for Vitality. Surely Shox can't do it again. It's down to the 1v1 and just Shush left to beat Shox. On for another one, and this time it's one clutch too many. Heroic finally get round 15 on.
Gotta give it to Shox, man. He's really had a recovery in this game. It's been the old guard. It's been the LAN experienced players of Vitality, Apex, Shox, ZywOo. These guys have been making this CT comeback, if you want to call it that, happen. But even there, in seemingly a lost round already for Heroic, those two players of Refresh and Shush step up and give us everything we need. 15-7. And this is the harrowing CT economy. This is all the clutches it's cost Vitality. They may have won 5 in a row, but with so many of them coming down to the 1v1s, the last 2 at least, they have nothing to show for it. They have nothing to play with. And so it could all be off the back of that alone. The Eagle Armor stack in middle, and Heroic just taking their sweet time. Already starting to hear pistols fire through smokes, and Heroic are licking their lips at the prospect of pistols.
Yeah, They know the best time to have ended this game was immediately after the 13-2 half. The second best time was right now. And it's why you're only up against these pistols, right? You're lacking everything on Vitality. If this comes down to a retake, you don't have the kit. You know, that's going to shave time off. You don't have utility, really, to slow down any kind of push. No Molotovs, no flashes even. You've got these 2 smokes, but if this is a B play, which is really what it's looking like, those smokes aren't going to do you a world of favors. So this is kind of worst case scenario for Vitality. They're going to Hail Mary rotate everybody around, but this is a bait from Heroic. They're not committing onto the B play.
Tessus has heard the rotates, he's called them. The only question mark is the short play, but he spots him. And even though Tessus takes no shot, he tells his team to watch out. Tessus here to kill the rest of the rotates, and he started strong. Shock's gone, and it might just be the end of Vertigo for Vitality. Masuta doing his best to just grab onto what he can, but it feels inevitable at this point. One more kill ought to do it. Heroic's map pick and nuke waiting in the wings, and Kyojin looking to send us there. There it is, Heroic, a dominant victory, looking ferocious, and I can't wait to see what they got in store on their map pick. Can you wait? We won't have to for long. Analyst desk at a quick break, and we'll be back with more.